My name is Mark Johnson. I've always been fascinated by the many strange and bizarre stories from around the country where people tell of seeing things that they can't explain. So I put together a team of professional investigators to help me find the truth behind the many myths and legends. Armed with the latest scientific equipment and an open mind, my team and I are determined to answer these riddles and bring them to the forefront of public awareness.
This is really whack.
Your lights on, Mike.
I feel like something touched my back.
We have a long road ahead of us, but we are more than prepared to travel down the Paranormal Highway. In recent months, there has been a dramatic increase in UFO sightings along the East Coast, with average people filming unexplained lights and craft in the skies above their homes and posting them on YouTube. Obviously, these videos attracted our attention, with some of them being filmed right here in New Jersey. This was too good of an opportunity to pass up, so I decided that we needed to look into this phenomenon for ourselves. We headed out to Sussex County in northwestern New Jersey to the area where one woman has been filming these strange anomalies for the past 6 months. This corner of the state is dominated by country farms and rural towns, and is very beautiful for a daytime Sunday drive.
Okay, we're on our way to Andover to investigate the UFO claims that the locals have been seeing in the skies up here. They've been filming a lot of footage of strange lights and craft, so we're on our way up here to investigate this for ourselves.
We arrived at the location where our client has filmed the majority of her UFOs, which is next to a local airport. This poses the obvious question: could people be misidentifying normal aircraft? Not wanting to jump to conclusions either way, we set about examining the area in the daytime in preparation for the night's investigation.
Good shot at getting something tonight.
Maybe.
Seems like there's a lot of activity usually associated with airports, so it kind of makes sense that she's getting some things here. Especially with the weather forecast, it's going to be a perfect night. No clouds. Be able to really get some good shots if there's anything going on.
So now we just wait for the rest of the team to get here.
Yeah, pretty excited about this case.
A lot of what these people have been filming is lights. You get an aircraft coming in from straight at you from a far distance with the landing lights on. It looks bright and it looks like it's hovering, but it's really still traveling for you. There's a lot of optical illusions involved. Exactly. So we need to rule that out. We need to rule out if there's any kind of noise at all. Are these things stationary? Are they making maneuvers that aren't typical of conventional aircraft?
Yeah.
Clear night tonight, so we are going to have stars. If there are some bright stars, you need to check the stellarium software to make sure that there's nothing Venus or Jupiter is bright in the night sky. Now, I've never seen a UFO in my life, so I'd be excited to see something.
Yeah, me too.
Of course, same goes for ghost hunting. I've been ghost hunting for 10 years and I've never seen a ghost either. I've got plenty of evidence for it, but I've never seen anything with my naked eye, so that's true. First time for everything.
I've also seen 2 plasma balls. 2 of them moved together up the tree in this sort of slow fashion, and they stopped right there. They stayed there for the entire time that we were here filming, which was probably about 40 minutes that night. And when we first came down to the airport, we saw our very first one over those set of trees right there. And that one sat there for a few days and it was gone. And then I brought my friends down here. It was in September, and we noticed one over that way. And that one stayed there for 3 weeks. At first, there were 2 white lights on either wing and a white light in the middle. Now, I don't know what the FAA regulations are. I hear that you're supposed to have a green and a red and a white.
What, do you know what that is?
It's red and white, depending on what side of the wing you're on. It's either green,
It's either green on the right and
or red
on the left.
And you have white lights. You could have landing lights. On these planes over here, they got a white light in the back, which is anti-collision light.
Right.
Airliners and stuff like that will have multiple white lights on the fuselage for anti-collision, and then they have white lights which are used for landing lights.
But these planes that I have on video, you can see them. They have not strobing, but white lights, and they're on all the time on the tips and then on the front, and
those are anti-collision lights.
But no red, no nothing else.
They don't have any red or green. Sometimes, depending on the altitude of it, sometimes you might not see the red or green because
if they're coming right at you,
they're dim. Yeah, well, if they're coming right at you, you're probably not going to see the red or green because the landing lights are on. and those are pretty bright lights.
All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to set up our equipment, and we'll stay out here for a while and see what we get.
See what you get.
There's a plane.
Yep.
I definitely hear the prop on that.
Now, see, I can see how people would think that that's hovering because it's approaching us, but it's going to take some time before it moves. I don't really see them strobing too much. I see them more pulsing.
Pulsing?
If anything. And there is a difference. For a while we were just seeing a lot of these crafts that had cherry red lights on them. They were very, very deep crimson red.
This program is Stellarium, which is like a planetarium for your computer. And it'll help us, that star that we have out there with the coordinates, right now it's saying that's Jupiter. Here's the moon. So we got right there, we have Orion's belt. So the bright one,
probably.
it's Sirius.
Yep.
We're seeing Sirius.
Yep.
So that's Sirius coming up over there. We have Rigel, and the other bright one right up there is Betelgeuse.
Betelgeuse, yep.
With one mystery solved, the rapidly dropping temperature forced us to bring our first night out to an early close. But we were not finished with our investigation, not by a long shot.